If you love structure but still want a planner that feels personal, bound planners might be your dream. Hello, friend. Thanks for coming back for another video. My name is Tammy, and on this channel, we talk all things stationery, planning, journaling, especially decorating our planners and our journals, and similar topics like that. So, if that's something that you are interested in, then I hope that you will consider subscribing to this channel, and I hope you stick around to watch the video. Today, we're talking about bound planners. I'm doing a series right now about different types of planners so that we can prepare ourselves for what we would need for our 2026 planner system. Many of us are really attracted to all the shiny new things that are coming out right now. And being September, this is planner season. So we're looking ahead at 2026 and getting excited that we get yet another chance to try a new planner. And we're excited about what possibly could happen in the new year. Will this be the year we finally get our goals met? Will this be the year that we get organized and get all the things done that we were hoping to get done this year, but maybe we didn't? So today we're talking about bound planners. Last year I was watching lots of different videos on YouTube, as many of us do, and a lot of the ones I was watching were Plan With Me videos, and the Passion Planner came up numerous times, and that's how I learned about the Passion Planner, was watching YouTube. So at that time, I was using a vertical lined Happy Planner, and that to me meant that the Passion Planner, which I was really interested in after watching some of these videos, they were very inspiring, would be a very easy transition from a lined vertical planner. So if you are familiar with what that looks like, um, you have vertical columns, and I'll show you here in this one on a page I have not done yet. But you get vertical columns that are lined. Sometimes that's considered hourly, so you have an hourly time. The one I was in the Happy Planner was not hourly, although I have used those before. And I was decorating that and having a good time with that one, and it was keeping me straight. So I saw the Passion Planner and thought, why not give it a try? Totally fell in love with this cover last fall when this dropped, and thought this is the one for me. They have several different sizes you can choose from, and you also get the choice of choosing between a Monday start or a Sunday start. See, I chose a Sunday start for this one, and that means that my months are also, let me find a month for you. Well, I'll show you my October. There we go. So your month starts on a Sunday, and so does your week. And that worked well for me. That's what I wanted. I chose the big size. They have three sizes. I think the first size is like an A5 or similar. They have a mid size, which I think is sort of like a classic size Happy Planner. And then you have this size, which I think it's almost, I think it's almost 8 by 11, but not quite. Like, I think it's like 8 by 10 and a half or something like that. Don't quote me on that one. I'd have to look that one up. But this is the large size. And I picked that because I wanted to have plenty of room to decorate each planner spread. So when you're looking for your planner, you have to decide, is the size of it, is it going to be big enough for what your needs are? Are you more a functional planner and you don't need all the extra space for decoration? Or are you more of a decorative planner and you would like extra space so you can put extra things in there like washi tape and stickers or doodles or whatever it is? So that's something that you must consider when you're looking for your 2026 planner. I quickly fell in love with the paper texture of the Passion Planner. The paper is very thick, and I'm going to give you an example. This spread here, I actually used some markers on it and some paint pens, and it does not, there is a little bit of bleeding through with my Posca, but not my Crayola creative markers. And most of my pens, I've used a variety of pens in here, do not bleed through. I don't think any of my pens have bled through, to be quite honest. The only thing that I ever did was my Posca pen. That was it, which I've only used on one spread. Um, the paper is nice and thick. It's very smooth, textured. I love that. I also found that this is incredibly fun and versatile to decorate. I personally think the vertical spreads are very easy to decorate. I also think that about horizontal spreads, but because last year I was doing a line vertical, this to me was very much like a line vertical, except without the discs. So it would be a book bound, which I was interested in trying. And I fell in love with this planner, and I've used most of it. We are in September, and I've used this every week thus far. So we just have just a little bit left. I think I have my pen in there, which is the gap. That's the gap you see there. But I often will leave whatever pen I am using for the week inside so that I can easily grab it when I'm ready to write some more. Interested in giving a go, I would go on their website and download one of the sizes or several of the sizes, depending on what your interests are, and just play around with it. I know there are other ones out there that are offering free downloads. I believe Hemlock and Oak also offers a free download of their spreads. I have never tried Hemlock and Oak, so I cannot speak about like the paper quality or. All right, so I've talked about the Passion Planner and how much I've enjoyed that this year, but this is just one example of a bound book, and I wanted to show you some more examples that I have. This one, for example, this is one of the common planners, Sterling Ink Common Planner, and I picked this up during a half year sale. So this is from 2025. It's part two. It's a vertical because I was using it for scheduling clients. The reason I moved out of this, because I was using it actually since I got it, and it was working well for my needs. There's space in the back for notes. The reason I moved out of it is because I have clients that will book into the new year, 2026, and I realized a few weeks ago that this one only goes to December, ends at December. So I needed something else, which is why I transferred into a ring bound planner for my work stuff because I was able to put 2026 inserts in that. Having said that, I think this is an excellent option for a work planner. They have different layouts as well. That's just the A5 right here. And again, the paper is wonderful. I'm sure most of you have heard of Sterling Ink before, and if you haven't, I would highly suggest going to her website and perusing the products that she offers. I do have some of these right here, which I have shown on my channel already. These are the Sterling Ink N1, which is a standard size. So it's very similar to an A5 size, except for it's cut down kind of toward the middle. I think a lot of you are already familiar with this size, but these are the academic start, which means they started in July. And I've shown these again on my channel before. But again, book bound, we're talking book bound planners. So these are another option that you can go with. And then this right here is just yet another option for you. This is an Aura Estelle, and I picked undated because I love undated planners. Those are my favorite type of planners. I picked this up in the spring. It was on sale. So always look for your sales, whatever they're finishing up with. Grab those up if that's something that you're interested in trying. But for book bound, I thought this one was absolutely luxurious. Like it, you write in it, it's like a dream. The way they have the layout is absolutely so wonderful. You can actually make this whatever you need to make it. I don't know if you can see because it's very faint, but there's vertical columns here, and they have all their months up front for this particular one. But with Aura Estelle, they have different styles, so it just depends on which planner you're getting. I enjoyed this one, and I know I've shown this one as well before. This is just one of the examples of a spread that I did, and it was so fun, so bright and happy. You know, I did one here. It was fun. I loved using this. So as a book bound, I do recommend something like an Aura Estelle. This is going to be your higher budget option though. So if that's not something that you're looking for, then you might want to look elsewhere or try to find it on sale or maybe a resale like Mercari or something like that. Aura Estelle is pricey. It's worth it though if you're interested in it. But I don't want to encourage you to get one unless you know that bookbound is the style that you really want to go with. If you know this is the system for you, then by all means go for it. Another wonderful planner option is the Wonderland 222. This is yet another planner I just picked up actually, and I picked it up on sale. It was 50% off. This is a B6 size, B6 all in one stacked. So it looks like this. I've not yet used it, but the inside looks like that. So you have your week here, and then you have Saturday and Sunday stacked on top of each other. And there's a lot to offer in the Wonderland 222. They have, again, different size planners for your needs, whatever it may be. They have smaller ones if you want one on the go. They have A5 size if you want one to just maybe stay at home, or if you don't mind toting one around. They have all in ones, have the full notebook for 365 days in the back of it. And then they have the core, which only has, I think, just like 80 or 90 pages in the back for notes, whatever that may be for you. So, again, check out the Wonderland 222 website if that's something that you're interested in. I would suggest if you've not used one, pick up one of the sale ones. They're 50% off now. Get one of those, play around with it. You still have the fourth quarter to go through in 2025. That should give you a really good idea if this is something that would work for you, or if maybe that size would work for you. You might, for example, get a B6 and decide that's just too big. I need A6. I need a small one. You might get one that's all in one and decide I can't use all these pages. So you might want to just get a core. So get something that's on sale and play around with it. Again, I have another Wonderland 222 on my shelf. It is A5 size, but it is undated because, yet again, I love to get undated planners because I'm a planner hopper. And for me, it's worth it to have an undated planner because I can pop in and pop out of it as I need. For me, things could change throughout the year. They will change throughout the year. And I know this. So I already know that I'm the kind of person that likes to change it up and keep it fresh all the time. So I usually opt for undated. I also don't mind redating old planners. So this one, for example, I may go ahead and use the September now, but I will probably, if I'm interested in it, if it works for me, go back to January and then maybe redate this for 2026. That's a little project I have in my mind, but we'll see how it goes. And of course, we'll see what 2026 brings. So I think that with the book bound planners, These are really good option if you are somebody who does like structure. Even if you like just a little bit of structure, this is a good option for you because these all offer at least a little bit of structure. Like the Aura Estelle is a lot more open, so you can choose how you want to go with it. And then you have something like the Passion Planner, which is very structured. So you can choose how you wish to use any one of these. And don't forget, you can alter and change it up however you need to. And if you're interested in that type of video, let me know in the comments below because I have some ideas there too. When you're looking for a book-bound planner, you want to make sure you get the right size and you want to get the right layout. You have to consider whether you want horizontal or do you want vertical, and do you need the hourly in there? Also consider, do you want a note page for each day or do you want just a few note pages because you will not go through it every day? So those are just some things that you should think about before you pick up a book bound planner. Do you prefer a bound planner or do you like something more flexible? Have you ever tried any of the sample layouts for Passion Planner or for Hemlock and Oak or any of the other ones? And if you know of other ones, please let me know down below. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite book-bound planner? My next video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into one of my favorites, which is notebook style, sort of like your 365 Stalogy or a do-it-yourself notebook. I love doing that. There's so much freedom involved in using something like a Stalogy or a notebook. So if you're interested in that or if you've been considering it, then make sure you tune in to the next video. I will have it linked here when it is ready. Until next time, guys, I hope you all stay safe and be well. Bye.